got my head off the ground. You pick me up when I drown. You got my head spinning round. I'm out of control, just hold on. We can make this last a while, but you keep acting like a child. So we can do this one more time, then I'm not gonna do this anymore. Cry on my shoulder and make me feel like I'm the one. So go and cry on my shoulder, so you can find someone but me to hold you. Let's just say our last goodbye. For now you can lay down for a while and cry on my shoulder, so you can find someone but me to hold you, dear. My head off the ground. You pick me up when I drown. You got my head spinning round. I'm out of control, just hold on. We can make this last a while, but you keep acting like a child. So we can do this one more time, then I'm not gonna do this anymore. Cry on my shoulder and make me feel like I'm the one. So go and cry on my shoulder, so you can find someone but me to hold you. Let's just say our last goodbye. For now you can lay down for a while and cry on my shoulder, so you can find someone but me to hold you, dear. Let's just say our last goodbye. For now you can lay down for a while and cry on my shoulder, so you can find someone but me to hold you, dear.
Hello everyone and welcome to stream. It's been a hot minute. It's been 2 weeks actually, or almost 2 weeks since I last streamed. Yeah, life happened. But anyway, today I want to continue finally our Harmony, the Fall of Reverie. Okay, we're getting closer to finding Ursula. I can feel it. Yeah, we are in the second act, if I remember correctly, and have finished the first chapter. Reverie is guiding me through this maze, but there's still a lot I need to figure out for myself. Yep. Okay, so Act 2, and I guess then Act 3. Yeah, so I guess we're gonna finish Chapter 2 and 3, sorry, in Act 2. So I guess we're gonna finish Act 2 today. Alright. So last time, what was the person's name again? Omar, right. Omar came and we found some letters from Ursula. And in one of the letters she apparently expressed regret over having Polly like her daughter. Well, for like okay, so the thing is, she's an artist and writes poems, so I don't take that too seriously. Like, being a mother is extremely hard. Being a single mother is infinitely harder. Hey, Lamella! How you doing? So like when a mother writes a poem or a letter about how she struggles with her role as a mother and sometimes wishes she wouldn't be in that position, it doesn't mean that she hates her child, or like it's yeah, it's out of context, and without the person there who wrote it, you shouldn't put too much emphasis on it. That's what I'm trying to say. Oh, hey, Catella! You good? You have 30 minutes before you have a meeting. Oh, nice. Have you seen anything of this game before? Do you want me to give you a quick rundown? And also, Catilla, hi, how are you doing? And I'm pretty sure, Catilla, you will be off playing Hollow Knight. I'm so happy you found what you found. I'm not gonna say it on stream, but I'm happy for you. You're making progress. Okay, so this is basically a visual novel. The story very briefly is we have our main character. Can I... The codex. Okay, so our main character is Polly. Who studied abroad and worked in biotech abroad, came back because her mother, Ursula, disappeared. And basically her home country is an island, a made-up island of fantasy country, but in the story it's set in the Mediterranean. And the society is very, how do I say this? Basically, there's one big company, mono concern, who have their hands in like tech and medical stuff and like all kinds of things, and they basically control everything, more or less everything on the island. And her mother was basically part of an underground movement against that company taking over, who tried to stop them and go against them. And yeah, so now we came back and are trying, on the one hand, we're trying to investigate her disappearance and find her. But as we came back, we also found a necklace that transported us temporarily into another realm called Reverie, where we met aspirations. And that realm is also in danger of being destroyed. And in this realm, Polly has the role of Harmony. And we're trying to figure out right now like what's going on over there as well, and trying to also save that realm. So we basically have 2 points where the story is going. So that's a very brief rundown. Okay, so close yet so far. Let's see. And in the last chapter we found someone came to us, Omar, who had a couple poems of our mothers and brought them to us along with a notebook, and we have a group of characters now. Everyone read a couple pages, and now basically they're trying to piece together some information, and basically the next point where they could look for Ursula. Okay, the Naiads is basically where Ursula lives. It's like a community center. Okay, there's a stain on the chopping board. Tomato, maybe? Or pepper? A red splash of color across the wood. I think about fetching a cloth and wiping it away, but I don't. I sit with the others, digesting the situation. Laszlo tears into some bread. Laszlo is like a very dear friend of our mother's. Omar sips his glass of water like a hummingbird, phone in hand. Nora still at the skate park. Nora is someone more our age, so basically to her, our mom was also like a mother figure. She's the granddaughter of Laszlo, and again, just dear friends, people who are somewhat connected to our mom, either through friendship or because they've worked with her for many years, supported her cause, or like basically are in the same social sphere, share the same interests and stuff. I finger a splinter, working it loose from the counter, thinking and not thinking, digesting.
We are looking for a temple.
Laszlo swallows his mouthful, looking up at the newest member of our ragtag party.
Yes, I think we got that.
All the underground temples on Athena are under MK's jurisdiction. Locked down. For preservation purposes.
Okay, and just to remind myself and you guys and to have Lumella, we're looking for a temple because in one of the poems, or basically in the notebook pages, we read that Ursula was basically looking for a lost love. So basically, she was in love with someone at one point, but they got separated, and she tried to find that person again, apparently. And there were hints towards a temple through some ancient society. It's like basically think of it like ancient Roman or ancient Greece. It's not that. It's more closely in the world of the story, connected to the things happening in Reverie and the aspirations. But think of it like that. So like,
What a load of horseshit. That damn company will be the death of this island.
The locations themselves are secret. They don't really want anyone near them. But look here. Athena's rich archaeological history is safe in the hands of our very own urban planning department.
and it's so funny, all MK statements sound like the most polished marketing BS.
And there's a contact number.
Well, that's worth a shot. Surely.
The deeper we dive into this mess, the more convinced I am that MK is far more than an independent observer. They've always had an agenda when it comes to Athena, and now it looks like we're about to put ourselves directly in their way.
So, should I give them a call?
Good question. Laszlo and Omar glance at each other and then at me. They clearly have different ideas on how to proceed. Yeah, that's a good question. Should we call? Omar's advice. Okay, interestingly, it doesn't tell me what the advice is. So I'll have to see what that unlocks. Okay, that will be this path. Omar's advice or Laszlo's advice? Thing is, I'm not sure if I trust Laszlo's opinion. Like, I as a player. Polly as a character is something different. But I feel like Laszlo probably doesn't have the best advice here, simply because it's apparent from the story so far that there's a lot going on that he didn't know about Ursula, so I'm not sure how good his advices, and in regards to monoconcern, like they both would have the same amount of opinions. You know what? I'm gonna go with Omar's advice. I look over at Omar. He puts his phone down and leans forward on the
Omar,
counter.
how would you go about it?
We're swimming into unknown waters here. We need to be smart, tactical, discreet.
I like that so
The
far.
last thing we want is to draw MK's attention.
Yes. As he speaks, Bond's, that's one of the aspirations, Bond's silhouette seems to materialize next to
I
him.
like him. I like his voice and his ideas. A less violent path is the one I would recommend.
I focus all my attention on Omar.
So, an idea. You call the urban planning department, but not as Polly.
Mm-hmm.
Hide my identity.
He nods, biting his lip in thought.
Won't be as simple as making up a name. It'll be a vid call. And those surveillance cameras of theirs are everywhere for a reason. They'll know who you are as soon as they pick up.
But I just got here. To Atina. Sure, I'm probably in the system, but I haven't even used my cred card yet. No way they know my name.
They'll ask for ID. Maybe more. Their systems are watertight.
Omar's face lights up.
Unlike their infrastructure. The whole island is like Swiss cheese under the surface. Just last week, there was an urban planning rep on TV talking about flooding. If you pose as a plumber, private contractor, helping with the leaks, they might buy it. People were pretty mad about that flood. If they're gonna give info out to anyone, it'll be someone helping them clean up their mess.
Interesting idea.
Okay. Worth a try at least. I mean, what's the worst that could happen?
They get suspicion
Don't get
and
too ahead of yourself, dear.
get down in trouble.
Take your time. We'll be right here.
I can follow Omar's advice, or think of something else. Either way, I need to act. Are we looking on the hard screen? I'm just gonna check. Okay, it doesn't show me how many truth crystals. I mean, finally getting a power crystal isn't too bad. Hey, Pexy, rearranged. Yes! Didn't mention it, but you know, we're gonna have a story time at the end. I wanted to have a story time at the start, but no one was here, so it's all your fault. Then we can have a story time later, but yeah, rearranged. Sorry, I know it's a little busy with the books. We'll see if I can fix that. No, we're gonna play it risky, stick to the plan. Well, you know what's the alternative? Yana already knows. Did I turn to ourselves into public skin? This is unavailable. Reveal my identity. Okay. Let me stick to the plan. You love books? That's a good thing then. I fish my phone from my pocket and dial the number Omar reads out. He and Leslie are both looking at me with a mix of encouragement and concern. The line beeps and beeps. The ringtone continues for what feels like ages. maybe this wasn't such a good... Also, Pexy 3 out of 3? You keep going, Katana, you keep going. I'm gonna read all your updates. Welcome to Mono Concern. Your call is important to us. Your expected wait time is... The machine's voice is lodged deep somewhere in the uncanny valley. Your call may be recorded for security and training purposes. Laszlo's mouth occurs. Omar sighs. But no one's suggesting I stop. The bizarre accent is replaced by equally grating Muzak. Muzak? Is that another way for... Is that a special word for, like, phone line music? Or is that made up by the game? Or is that a typo? I'm definitely having second thoughts now. What if...
Urban Planning Department, this is Yana Sayavong speaking.
Oh, shit. I mean, hello?
Muzak is real? Never heard that before, so that's so funny.
Hi? This is Urban Planning. Can I help you?
You don't blink, darling. Like, why can't you see my face, but I only get an AI-generated image of a human?
Wait. Polly, is that you?
Whoops. Oh, shit. Apparently it refers to unobtrusive background music, elemental music. Oh, cool. So, yeah. So exactly that kind of elevator phone line kind of music. Nice. Never heard that before. You never stop learning, I guess. Laszlo's eyes bug out of his head. Omar face palms. Yeah, so much for concealing my identity.
That is you. Polly, it's Yana from high school. Oh my god.
That's them, alright. Yana. We were friends, I guess? In high school. Truth be told, I had a pretty big crush on them. That's probably what stopped me from getting closer to them. My vision swims as the aspirations approach.
Think fast, but think carefully. Forge bravely ahead.
I was just about to say, Catilla's probably gonna storm in here and we're like, oh! Someone referred to as them. I love that.
You already know the path you must take. Stay true to yourself and your instincts. They will serve you well.
I know I initially wanted to stick to the plan and get the power crystal, but I'm like... Yeah, it's like Yana gets annoyed. Like, convincingly, like, that just seems like a recipe from disaster. Like, she knows us. Like, come on. That's just a straight up recipe for disaster. Okay, what's in your codex about Yana? You're also paying attention to the crush. What's more the matter? Okay, Yana. Born November 15th, 1998. Studied engineering at MK Tech. Excuse me, they have a school? Like, please tell me it's only like a training program and not just that they have a university or a school or something. Please. I have a specialization in hydrogeology. Okay, cool. Works for Monoconcern's Urban Planning Department. Level 5 employee. That seems reasonably high in the structure. Born and raised in Athena. Legal pronoun changed in 2008. No family issues. Pristine employment record. Pristine. Like, that's just good. Or, like, pristine. Is it pristine or pristine? Or can you say both, depending where you're from? It's Well, the company is all the bad vibes. It's just yuck. By the way, for Lumella, we realized that basically the information for the characters here, it's why it's so weirdly written, is basically the information that Monoconcern has in their database. So it's not what Polly knows about them from knowing them from the past, it's what Monoconcern knows about them. It's pristine. Okay, thank you. Moved 12 times in the last decade, girl. Well, like girl, not in like girl, but in like, excuse me? Moving 12 times in the last decade? What's going on here? That's a lot. Excuse me? No known lasting relationship. Arrested twice for drunk driving. Party girl. Suspected drug use. I'm like, party people. I mean, I guess the first positive thing I can say about Monoconcern is that being arrested twice for drunk driving doesn't change anything about the pristine employment record. I guess that's something. That they're not gonna fire you about shit you do in your spare time. Okay, what's new in here? Prescience. Didn't we read that last time? Anyway, okay, Prescience. The Prescience program sprang from long-lasting, far-reaching research by Monoconcern's cognitive department. The program is intended to be the next step in humankind's evolution, freeing us from our mind's limitations. Selected based on strict criteria. Prescients are explorers of the mind, guided by Monoconcern's newest technology. They are employed to delve deep into the human mind and reach further into our dreams than ever before, where much remains unexplored. The Earth has been mapped and space has been conquered. Now it's time to look within. Space has been conquered? How? That's new. That's something I haven't heard in this world before. I mean, we are in the future. We are like in the 2050s or something. Or like potentially in the 2030s. Then I would have to do the math. You're probably in the late 2020s or 2030s. Like late 2020s, early 2030s. So a little in the future. Space has been conquered. So yeah, that's new. That's something that I was not aware of for this world. I think it's weird how close in the future we are. Yeah, I mean, it's also weird if you think about we've already passed the time of the movie Back to the Future. Or like Back to the Future 2, I guess, to be more precise. It's also a weird thing. We still have no flying cars. Okay, Oxians. The Oxians lived on Athena centuries ago. Little is known about their habits. Okay, so this is like the ancient race. Kind of the ancient Greeks of Athena. However, we do know that their dreams were closest to our world. It was easy to reach out to them. Once we did, they built temples and caves in our honor, showing how deeply they cared for us aspirations. Still, we stayed in the shadows, never revealing who we were. The Oxians disappeared and were replaced. And now the remnants of the civilization puzzle brittle. Until this mystery is solved, we will remain in the shadows. I mean, I'm at least guessing that we are in the late... Yeah, it makes the most sense. Like, if we look at Polly, like, we know we graduated, went to college, and then have been away for a time, and basically worked abroad, like Polly did. And Yana is like basically the same age and also has some decent amount of work experience. So I would say Polly is probably Polly and Yana are probably in their early to mid 30s. And yeah, that matches with being something 28 to 30 something. Okay, now this is locked. Okay, the thing is, I would love to do that, but I would have to make a different. But for to play this route, would have had to make a different choice earlier in the story. So I can't do that. I could only reveal my identity. That would give me a bond crystal. Okay, so the thing is, when we make decisions, we gain crystals. Usually, like at least one, sometimes more, and they all basically are associated to different aspirations. The thing is, until the end of the game, I would like to have a somewhat balance between the amount of crystals I gather. And I already have a bunch of bond ones. That's why I would kind of want to skip out on these. But I mean, the only other choice I have is to stick to the plan. I mean, I've greatly... The thing is, that just seems super stupid. Find out the truth. Okay, you know what? I'm gonna go that route, even though it's not my favorite. I'm gonna reveal our identity, then explain the situation. And then we're gonna listen to the memories, and then we should be able to play this. Let's try it. Okay, this is fine. Perhaps even good. There was a point, a moment in time when Yana and I might have become something else together. But I couldn't. Alright. The plan's shot to pieces. No point lying. Let's see if Yana's the person I always hoped they were. Thanks for the look at the you have fun as well.
Oh my... This is... What are the chances?
Yeah, seriously. Who would have thought?
Yeah, who would have
The
thought?
last time I saw you was... graduation day? No, wait, the week after.
Oh, that's a nice picture. Hello.
The party at Sarah Macri's place. Yeah, I remember.
Out of the corner of my eye, I spot Laszlo trying to catch my attention. He's mouthing something. You're being recorded. Bye, Lumella. Thanks for the lurk. Have a good meeting. Meanwhile, Omar's motioning for me to continue.
So, how are you?
Good, good.
Good. I mean, great.
They seem the same as they were in high school. A little distant. Hard to read. This is awkward already. I need to figure out what to say next. Okay, look, I know I'm being recorded, but I just have to wing it, okay? Oh, hey, Rosie! Twitch did not notify you? How rude! New room? Who this? Not new room. Same room. Just major rearrangement. If you stick around until the end of stream, we're gonna have a little story time. No distractions. Stick to the facts. This is Yana. I can trust him. I think. I give Omar a nod. I've got this. He seems reassured enough. Laszlo, on the other hand... You love weird. Laszlo's whispering a steady stream of advice and anxiety. I can't make any of it out. Yana's staring at me from the other side of the call, confusion written all over their face. I need to get away from Laszlo's handwriting. I mouth a few words at him. Trust me. And walk away from both of them. Inside the interface. Oh. Not the entire interface. There, just the controls.
Everything okay over there?
Yeah, everything fine. Just having a panic attack. All good.
Oh,
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm just... You remember my old place? People coming and going at all hours of the day?
Right. So, urban planning. You did call urban planning, right?
Mm-hmm. This is it. No going back now.
Yana, my mother's missing. That's why I'm back. And we have reason to believe she might have gone to one of MK's temple sites.
A pause. A long pause. Well, off you go then, Catilla. Confusion, surprise, and caution fight for control of Yana's expression.
But what makes you think she's there? Those locations are completely sealed off.
It's complicated. She left a note. Kind of. A series of poems. All the signs point in one direction. She wanted to find a temple. An Oxyon temple. Those are all controlled by your department.
Okay, and now I want to listen to her memory. Oh, like their memories, sorry. Listen to the memories. And then I should be able to appeal to their emotions. Cannot choose the inside of their mouth. Their eyes focused on a point past the camera. Enough, Polly. Get a grip.
I remember your mum.
Nobody ever forgets about my mother.
She was quite sophisticated and stubborn. So were you, if I remember correctly.
Not reacting to that. Absolutely not reacting to
Why did you
that.
immediately think of the temples we're protecting, though? Why the Oxyons?
Her poems are filled with them. Their culture, their rituals, their holy sites. I wouldn't be calling if it wasn't our main lead.
Silence. They bite their lip, and they quickly look away to hide the blush that's risen to my cheeks. Ooh. Polly still has it hot for Yana. I love that. Things are getting spicy. They're still our best hope. Or our only hope.
All information on Oxygen Temple sites is classified for public safety.
Sure, darling. Public
I'm
safety.
not sure what else to say.
I hate seeing Yana like this. Even though we've become strangers, I recognize the look on their face. They're freaking out. Completely unsure what path to
I could
take.
lose my job for talking about this. Actually, I could lose a whole lot more than that. If anyone ever calls this vidlock up, it's over.
I hate this. Truly hate this. But I'm in too deep. There's no other option.
Yana, I'm so sorry to ask. I hope you know I wouldn't if there was any other way.
I know you wouldn't. You're always so...
You let the sentence trail off for way too long. So what?
I'm sorry, ma'am. Will you excuse me for just 1 second?
That's either good or bad. They mute the call and turn to someone off camera. Every now and again, they shoot me a sidelong glance that's impossible to read. The call's still on mute. Yana's listening to their colleague. Panic. I feel it rising. This whole call was a mistake. But I can salvage it. I have to. Yana seems to be done. They unmute the call and turn back to me. It has to be now.
Sorry, I don't have long before they come back.
Rules exist for a reason, Harmony. To bend them to your will. To crush them when they stand in your way.
Hey, do you remember Sarah's party at all?
What am I doing? This feels so wrong.
Yeah? Yes, I think so.
I didn't know anyone. Except you, of course. I was late.
First year of high school. Thrown into a mix of new faces I didn't know and old faces I'd rather forget.
Nothing quite like the feeling of being the only stranger at a party. And when you arrived...
Yeah, I remember. We spent the whole evening together.
Yeah. And...
Polly, you don't need to.
I'm sorry. But now it's like I'm at that party again. I don't know what to do, and the only person I know is you.
Laszlo catches my eye, nods gently. I'm doing what needs to be done.
Look, stop it, okay? Stop.
I guess I went too far, huh? Here they go again. Back to their colleague. I shake my head, trying to make sense of whatever's going on. Okay. Now all we can do is wait and see. The call's still on mute. Yana's listening to their colleague. I don't know what to do. Then they're done. They unmute the call and turn back to me. I wait to see what they have to say.
I need to do something. Quickly. I won't be long.
Oh, Okay, sure.
They mute the call again, this time stepping out of the frame. Laszlo and Omar look at me expectantly. I shrug. Who knows what Yana's up to? Guess this is our path now. I'm not sure what else to say.
It was cool seeing you again. Caught me off guard, I guess.
Yeah, I can see that.
It makes me want to catch up properly, you know? Really talk about where we've both been, what we've been up to.
Uh-huh.
Like, whatever happened to Annalise? You folks were dating, right? For a while.
Yeah, well, we broke up 10 years ago.
Damn. 10 years? Where was I? Ah, yes. On the continent, studying neurology every waking hour.
See? That's what I mean. I've missed so much. Maybe if we had a chat, I'd stop putting that foot of mine right in my mouth.
This is excruciating. Okay, Yana reluctantly agrees to help. I mean, I would have loved to find out the truth, but gaining some power and some chaos crystals is also nice.
Okay,
Just like,
let's not drag this out, alright?
the sign. Is that a sign? It looks like a sign.
I don't understand.
Here, I'm sending you the location, biggest temple on the island, right under MKHQ. Top security.
Damn, thank you. You're the best.
I get it, you know? Desperate times. If my mom went missing, I'd do anything to find her.
I feel good about my choices.
Being pumped for information. That's low. You know I would have helped you out anyway, right? It's disrespectful, Polly. Yeah, it's been a while. Yeah, I work for MK. But I'm still the same person.
Okay, now I feel bad about my choices. Damn.
I hope I am.
I can hear a hint of doubt in their voice.
I know you are. I'm sorry if...
Not if.
Forget it. Whatever you're about to do, just don't get caught. And I hope you find Ursula.
And with that, they're gone. Laszlo and Omar grin broadly and give me the thumbs up, but I feel regret? Shame?
You did what needed to be done. Efficiently.
Yeah, I feel like I'm gonna hate another playthrough. Like, if I do, I'm totally planning another playthrough where I make different choices. Like, I won't be able to see all the choices just with one more full playthrough, but I feel like the going for power in most cases will have me feeling very bad.
Your victory is what matters. All other considerations are secondary. Be proud. We move a step closer to our goal.
Yeah, I keep feeling worse and worse. Maybe power's words are what I needed to hear. I feel slightly better. I don't. Every word of that made me feel worse. Like, I actually feel sick now. The only reason why I'm not replaying but this the chapter is because I need crystals. Like, I want to achieve balance in the force. The fishes are really pretty. They are. I know what you mean. I saw them too. The little koi fishies circling the node we activated. Alright, Act 2, Chapter 3. A fire danced in her eyes. Okay, so we can definitely basically for the end of this act, we already have enough crystals to have basically this unlocked, which is fantastic. I just have to be careful to not lose too many of these crystals. Maybe we can also unlock that one. Okay, I'm walking a fine line. Back at the bar, everything seems shockingly normal. Laszlo stands tall behind the counter, idly cleaning a glass that's already sparkling. Omar's scanning through a pocket diary, jotting down a note every now and then. Despite the rumble, there's the piggy drone. Despite the rumble of the trams above, it's quiet, tense.
Hey, hi, Polly.
Hey, Jade. Jade's the last person I expected to see again. Last time she looked exhausted, one small push away from collapsing entirely. But here she is. She looks great, buzzing with energy, even if her shoulders are hunched and her eyes are ever so slightly clouded. Nora follows close behind.
Thought we could use all the help we could get.
Good work, Nora. Typing is difficult. This is Catilla. She blushes and readjusts her beanie. When she sees me smiling, she rolls her eyes, but can't help but grin back. Newcomers take stools by the counter. Gang's all here, waiting for me.
So,
This is harder than I thought.
first, the good news. We know where Ursula is.
I wouldn't say no. I would say you have a lead and a strong hypothesis, but that's about it.
Where she might be.
Flames, Rosie. We're counting flames. Grim flames.
Well, yes. Second, the bad news. We need to act. Even if it means heading to MKHQ. Which is, yeah, a lot.
There was a reason I was never elected class president.
Where to start?
He's always been good under pressure. Calm, controlled.
Well, we've got a crew at least. That's a start.
You lot aren't exactly hardcore resistance fighters, but I've seen worse.
Thanks, Jade. I appreciate it. Something sparkles between her and Nora, lightening the mood. I love that. I love it. Like, if I just messed up a potential relationship between Polly and Yana, at least Jade and Nora should hit it up. These two are so cute.
I already said I'm all in, if that helps.
It does, actually. Support is the only thing I have right now. Support. Comfort and plans. Actually, quite a lot when you think about it.
We're here too, you know.
Thanks, Blaze. I missed your voice. Also, I keep thinking that maybe the aspirations are connected to the people we meet. Like, Bliss would be Nora, Power would be Laszlo. It also matches, like, Omar would probably be Truth. Either Truth or Chaos, I'm not entirely sure. Yana's probably Bond. So yeah. I mean, maybe there's a connection between aspirations and characters, maybe there isn't. That's something I keep doing in my head, trying to draw connections, or see if there are connections.
We will aid you in any way we can. The closer you come to your goal, the more egregor you acquire. The more power we have available to penetrate Chaos's hiding place.
Why do I get the impression it's going to be me going to that maze of theirs? I need to concentrate on the here and now.
All right then, let's hear your ideas. There are no wrong answers.
Okay, attack from the inside or attack from the outside? I'm tempted to go with Truth. Not just because of the crystals, but also because I think that's what I would choose regardless. Like, attack from the inside. Like, an organization like Monoconcern needs to be attacked from the inside. Omar raises his hand politely. He's obviously thought long and hard about what to say.
I have connections.
I like connections.
What kind of connections?
Good ones, I hope.
People. People who can get us through New Elysia. Straight to the tower. Safely. Quietly.
What is New Elysia?
That's very convenient.
Jade narrows her eyes at Omar. He meets her gaze, smiling a little. After a moment, she smiles back. Maybe she isn't the only one fighting the good fight on Athena.
It's too early to promise anything, and I don't want to involve my people before I know I can trust you. All of you.
Fair?
Wait. Trust us?
I don't know you. Not really. I know your mother, Polly, and I know her intentions are good, but...
What road was it again that was paved with good intentions? I don't remember. Silence.
There are a lot of new faces here, and trust is earned, not given.
Very true.
No offense.
No, none taken. But the thing is, in a situation like that where you have one united, like one big enemy, which is Mono, like we can all agree that we are against Monoconcern. Doesn't mean that there's a traitor in our midst, but basically, you know, we are in a situation where, you know, the enemy of my enemy is my friend, kind of thing. And like basically, whether it's big monopolies or like big corporations like Monoconcern who just take over everything, or like if it's like oppressive government, like these systems only thrive and survive as long as the people who are against them are splintered and don't group up, because there's so much distrust. Like, actually, we want to stay in power. That's what you do. You sow distrust so that everybody feels like they can trust fucking no one. And people who are against the system will not do anything because they think they're alone and they can trust anyone else. And they do. And even if they think there might be other people, they don't know where they are, who they are, how to find them, and even if they met them, they would probably think they're a spy for the system, looking for people against them. And like, yeah, so like having this trust is the best way to sustain an oppressive system, is what I want to say. So kind of the best way to go against that is have a leap of faith and trust. But I'm, yeah, not mad he's having issues with that.
None taken, I think.
I press on before Laszlo can lash
Hard
out.
to commit to a plan we know nothing about, though.
I've always looked at these things like jazz.
So it's about the notes you don't play? I sense Laszlo's ears pick up. He and Omar might have finally found something in common.
We agree on a harmony. We write the chords, then we jam. From beginning to end, until everybody's played their part.
Okay. That sounds like it could either end a disaster or in something absolutely glorious.
I can get us through New Elysia into MK Tower. From there, well, all jazz needs a little improv.
Okay, yeah, there's where do we have a different point of view. Like, I like the analogy, but like breaking into a super top secret, highly secured, like almost government facility is like a little more serious than just improvising some jazz. Another silence. That man seems to attract them.
He's right.
The anger is gone. Nothing like a jazz metaphor to calm our grizzly bear down.
What's inside those ruins is a mystery. We have a plan to get in.
You're welcome.
And we need a plan to get out.
Okay, exit strategy. Let's
Got
go.
that covered. These are good contacts.
Okay, so entry and exit. Nobody asks for details. See, we trust you.
So, if we do this, we're going to have to trust you, even though you don't trust us.
Mm-hmm.
Look, I like you. All of you. As much as I can after, what, a few hours?
Again, quite legit.
But Ursula's a vital part of my research. And she's my friend.
Yeah, again, this situation is very the enemy of my enemy is my friend. Like, we don't know each other long enough or well enough to fully trust each other. We just have to trust that we have a common goal, which is finding Ursula and make sure she's safe and she's alright. And that is enough to bridge a gap of any like other conflict of interest or grievances or whatever we might have going on.
I'm here for her. You can trust me on that.
And I do. His words have the ring of truth to them. His plan is to improvise. Creativity above surety. Yeah, that's chaos. It's bold, risky. Can we trust him? I believe we can. I like it bold. Why should I trust Omar? Listen to Laszlo's suspicions. Okay. Let's see, what does that damn, that's far ahead. Caleb reveals that note. Okay, that reveals this one. Okay. Okay, ironically, I still have the bridge in here. Okay, so this decision would reveal this node. But there's a timer in front of it. Not sure if I like that. The other one would reveal this node, so basically enable us to get a different ending. Or play towards a different ending. Then we would have all three available. Okay, I'm honestly not sure what I like more. $211 to spare now. Oh no, you're poor. Okay, you know what? I'm gonna play the long game. Have me unlock another ending. I've been putting off talking to Laszlo since we arrived. He's positively vibrating with tension.
This isn't heading in the right direction.
What do you mean?
These plans, they're barely even ideas. They're what-ifs, maybes.
They are very vague, that's true. Not wrong.
Polly, you're going to get yourself thrown in jail. Or worse.
If we fail, it's definitely not wrong.
We need to act. And this isn't your forte, kid. I'm sorry.
Kid?
Excuse me, I'm 30.
You know what I mean. None of us are experts in this stuff, you included.
Okay.
But we have to try.
So what am I going to do, Stay here while you all risk your lives? Wait for the sirens and the MK officials knocking down my door?
Honestly? Yes.
Blunt. Too blunt.
I love you, Laszlo. But we need discretion. And that isn't your forte.
Yeah. I know this was technically 2 sentences, but you could construct it as one. And when you have a sentence with a but in it, everything before that but is meaningless. So I love you, but... I mean, it doesn't say she doesn't love him, but it's meaningless in that conversation.
Discretion? You're going to talk to me about discretion after that little call of yours?
Look, we didn't know that our old friend from high school, and like our old crush from high school, would be at the other end of the line. That was bad luck.
Well, I'm surprised we haven't seen your face on the news yet.
Imposter infiltrates MK. Have you seen this girl?
We haven't infiltrated shit yet. Girl, huh? I know he wants what's good for us. For me. I really do, but...
Grandpa, stop. Please. You need to trust Polly. You need to trust all of us. Whatever happens.
Blast. I just...
Please.
Behind his eyes, gears are turning. His eyes, like a deflated balloon. The energy seeping out of him. He's shaking his head, almost in mourning.
Look at me. When did I become a bloody pushover?
And you'll stay behind? Promise?
I'll...
I need to hear it.
I promise.
Thank you.
Okay. Thank you, all of you.
In the corner of my eye, I see Omar smiling. It's faint, but genuine. I look at Laszlo, giving him a smile and a nod. He nods back and plants the cleanest glass the world has ever seen on the bar. Oh! So we haven't made a decision yet. We just... Okay. Sorry, I misunderstood that.
Tell me.
Ah!
I know you have something in mind.
Sorry, I skipped some text. And Jade and Nora start to bicker. Jade forcing Nora's hands into the air like they're in school.
No, well, I remembered something, and it's...
Yes, I actually have to listen to both plans.
No, it's nothing.
Tell her! It's a proper plan. And I know all about proper plans.
Behind the counter, Laszlo chuckles. A cocktail of pride and amusement.
Okay. Well, back when it first opened, I took a tour of MK Tower.
Done it myself. Scouting. Bloody awful experience.
It was, but the guide made a point of telling us all about the area, how the tower was built, the, foundations.
Foundations? The temple.
Even pointed out which door led down there.
The plan is to book a tour and sneak away. Take a trip downstairs.
I don't know. It's bold. Bold and crazy. Bold and crazy and dangerous.
No.
Yeah. That's my first response as well.
What?
No. That's absurd. You'll be caught, arrested. Guaranteed.
Yep, not a good plan. I don't like
I
it.
have to admit, it's a lot.
When did anyone manage to change things? Really change things, without taking a few risks?
Look, the other plan is also risky enough. Thank you very much.
All this is the tip of something. A conspiracy, the end of society, whatever.
And Ursula's our way in. We need to save her for her sake, but in the end, she's just...
Just what? Her voice trembled.
A drop in an ocean of oppression and violence. MK must be stopped. It's about more than just us today. More than just the here and now.
What, Catilla? Have you met Daddy? He's right. You can't avoid taking risks any longer. You have? Nice. From now on, every action we take is a gamble. The odds stacked against us. I glance at Laszlo. He drops his head in desperate agreement. No matter how much he loves his granddaughter, he's in.
Okay. Tell me more.
Take it slow. Check every corner. Doubt every fact. I can see the future, but I can't change the past. I can't forget that. Okay, bring a jammer, call for backup. Lab would be nice, besides the version always works in movies. Okay, bring a jammer, what does that do? Okay, that unlocks that. Call for backup unlocks this. And that also... Okay, now that closes these two paths. Yeah, I'd say you bring a jammer. Jade breaks the
Gizmos.
silence.
Huh?
Pineapples!
Gizmos! Love me some gizmos. Could bring a jammer. Standard kit for a citizen revolutionary. Might give us an edge.
How does it work?
Neutralizes drones. Other MK shit. Feedback loops their comm relay. Sends them into temporary shutdown.
I like that choice very much.
Could slow them down and give us more time to find Ursula.
We could use some of those at the Naiads.
Yeah, we could.
The jammer's small. Discreet. Can't hurt to bring it along.
If we go that route, it could come in handy. If.
He wants to protect us. He cares about all of us. That's just how he is. Okay, what should I do? Palms on the table. Warped plastic beneath my fingers.
Let's go. I'll make up my mind on the way.
Whatever the mood was before I spoke, it's gone now. Whatever the plan was before I stood up, it's now in motion. One by one, we leave our tables and stools. Laszlo lowers the shutters, closing the bar. No turning back now. We walk in silence for a few minutes along the busy streets. Food stands, vendors, crowded trams. Then Jade speaks, almost a whisper, directly in my ear.
Up there.
Drones above our heads. They buzz like mosquitoes on a hot summer evening.
Keep a low profile. Everything's going to be all right.
Suddenly, I feel like I'm full display, an actor in a show, performing for unseen eyes.
A complex situation.
It's been a while. I've been wondering when they'd show up again. I keep walking. Keep watching for the watchers.
True. Guess that's how you got your name, huh?
Do not be blinded by pride. Face the reality of the task ahead.
A low hum fills my head with pain and
I'm
doubt.
trying.
You must all come together. Seek cohesion through communion.
Bond. Supportive in his own way.
We have a plan.
You have a seed of an idea. You need to come up with a plan.
Not helping.
There's no time for doubt, only for action. Decisive action, Polly. Seize the moment.
Everyone's here. It's a real party.
This, you're not helping, any of you.
Then you're not listening.
How can I when you're each trying to send me down different paths towards different outcomes?
The future is like a car with no brakes, careening out of control. All I can do is choose which road it goes down.
Polly? You alright?
We're here. A few blocks outside the New Elysia corner.
Hey.
My head's still pounding. But at least it's just me in there now.
Stress gets the best of us, mate. Just try not to stumble about like a...
Like a
Like a
what?
sleepwalker.
Fine. I'm fine. Thinking.
They don't believe me. I wouldn't believe me.
This is it. Up to you now, Polly. What's it going to be?
Their eyes and their hopes are all focused on me. Okay, now the decision. Follow Omar, let's go on the tour. I'm inclined to follow Omar. Okay, it's gonna come together whatever I do here. So, can I see... Okay, so we can find Ursula here. Okay. Or can we have some chaos going on? Or some power stuff going on? Okay, so what we need? We would need two bond crystals and one truth crystal. I already have one of each. Two chaos crystals. I only see chaos crystals over here though, which is not surprising to me. I mean, that's at least one. Okay, so if we go for family reunion, I would need one more bond crystal. Lose one truth, gain one truth. I mean, honestly, this side looks more like a crystal farm, but I'm not sure. That could be misleading. I probably have less choices than what it looks at first. And I think it here is that I don't really see what's going on with these. There has been a lose a truth crystal. That's not good if I want to have the family reunion. Okay. I still want to go with Omar's plan. So let's go this route and see where it leads us. I press my fingertips together and raise them to my chin, trying to look like I'm in control.
We need to find Ursula, but not at the expense of our own safety.
Jade and Nora know what I'm about to say. It might feel like a betrayal, but they'll thank me later.
Polly?
It's not a matter of better or worse, it's a matter of self-preservation.
Omar steps forward, just an inch. But it's enough to stop the conversation becoming an open dispute.
I'll contact my guy.
The mysterious contact. Yet another unknown variable in an equation that's rapidly spiraling out of control. And with that, he turns and leaves. Probably to avoid the debate with Laszlo, or Jade, or Nora, or me.
This is absurd. Come on, you know it is.
Jade stays silent, fussing with something in her pocket.
Nora, sweetie.
But...
Time to go. We're only making this more difficult for Polly.
Perfect. Perfect parental manipulation. He has it down to an art.
I'll be fine, and I'll be back soon. With Ursula.
A beat. Laszlo slings an arm around Nora's shoulders, and they make their way out. Jade following silently. As I hurry to catch up with Omar, I feel like I've made the right choice. Disappointment in the girl's eyes, though. That'll take some work to smooth over. When I get back. I draw up next to Umar. He's quiet, focusing on what's in front of us, physically and metaphorically.
So, this contact.
He raises a finger. A drone's flying above us. We walk. A minute passes. Another.
I need you to stay behind me. Do not talk to me. Don't even look at me. Understood?
Understood. His tone is different. Formal. Intimidating. Here comes the doubt again. That creeping fear I've made a mistake.
I'll contact my guy. From now on, if anything happens to me, keep walking.
Wait, what could happen to you? You didn't mention...
Keep walking. Understood?
Understood. Another lightning fast
I'll
nod.
go. You follow. 10 seconds behind.
He's gone before I have time to react. He's hypnotizing, commanding. But do I trust him? With my life? I mean, if I want the family reunion, I should make sure that I have my truth crystal, and I'm not entirely sure. Like, the thing is, I can't really see gaining crystals over here. I do kind of want to get nosy. Oh damn, let's risk it. I'm too curious. Omar walks in front of me. He slips his phone out of his pocket, just like 20 other people on the street around us. He touches a few buttons on the side of the device. More buttons than a normal smartphone has. Bad news, you don't like dancing? Oh, come on, it's not that bad. You're gonna get it. Who is this guy? I walk a little faster. Not too close. Just enough to catch the start of this private call.
Hey, it's me.
That's when I bump into a pedestrian. Omar keeps walking, and I lose a few paces. When I finally gain on him again, I see the person on the other end of the call. A generic white guy. No one I know. But he's wearing an MK uniform. Shit.
3 minutes. Be ready.
There's a muffled reply I can't quite catch.
This is your chance. Grab it now and...
Omar starts to turn. I move to my right in time to shy away from his glance. The next second he cuts the line. Doubt rules my mind now. Why did I decide to follow him? Alone. Because I like the plan. I mean, I can always restart the chapter, you know? Okay, New Alicia. We cross a street, then another. I'm starting to feel like we've left Athena entirely. New buildings, glass and steel everywhere. State-of-the-art sidewalks that almost gleam in the morning sun. New Alicia, the economic center of the empire. the heart of monoconcern. Omar steps slow, and I follow suit.
Listen,
It doesn't turn.
I'll be back for you. Next block is MK Tower. You'll see a door with MK markings. Wait next to it. Wait for me. Understood?
Understood. I'm not a child, I understand. He walks away, then stops suddenly. He still doesn't look at me.
And I'm sorry for the tone. I'm as nervous as you are.
What the hell have I gotten myself into? Okay, let me look at the encyclopedia. Okay, New Elysia. Built to serve Athena's growing population, this brand new district showcases the island's development and appeal. Monoconcern bought up most of Athena's farmland to erect these buildings, propelling the island into the 21st century. Built around a simple but effective grid plan, New Elysia is a shining example of the unstoppable force of progress. Designed by Monoconcern at the turn of the century, it took more than 20 years to see it rise from the dust. Roughly 10,000 people worked to construct it. Candy MK headquarters. Though it was built quite recently, this building, known as The Arrow, has become the beating heart of New Elysia. Welcoming thousands of employees each day, this is the place from which Monoconcern operates. It is open to the public every Wednesday and hosts open employment workshops every Saturday for any Athena residents looking for new job opportunities. You can also visit the penthouse anytime for a unique view over Athena. I still can't over how much, like, how marketing-y these sound. Oh no, you're having fun there again? I'm sorry. We're due for some rain here today as well. You know what I'm waiting for, Oma? Think and overthink. I've never thought of the street as a peaceful place. Cars, trams, buses, pedestrians in groups or alone. Business people going about their, well, business. But now all that has faded into muffled background. My mind is humming, a restless tinnitus of the brain. Where the hell is Omar? I see the door. I see the intercom next to it. Just another door like any other. There's nothing else. Nothing to set it apart. This can't be the entrance to the ruins. It can't be where my mother is. Can it?
Having doubts.
Oh, hey, Chaos. I'm still so convinced that Chaos is not dead. I kind of love that idea, if I'm honest. A faint warmth follows Chaos around, like a fever, or an anger that spreads to the reality around them.
No.
I can feel truth wincing from here.
God. Did I? Have I made a mistake?
Maybe. Or maybe not. I'm not a big believer in preordination. Too predictable.
I can't stay here.
Back to the street. Back to the waiting. Back to the doubts. Okay, getting caught again. A chaos crystal. Let's see. Did I wait too long? Do I look too conspicuous? Is that drone circling me? It's definitely getting louder and closer.
Uh-oh!
How?
Oh, but I'm in my element. Look at all this stuff. This is where I live, in a purely philosophical sense, of course. All the moving parts. Ego, paranoia, lust. All it needs is a little push, and the whole system would descend into... well...
Yes.
you know. And now, here you are, the proverbial spanner in the works. Granted, a spanner with an irrational fear of forcibly applied torque.
What are you talking about?
Like it or not, my dear, you're my agent now. The unknown variable, the gremlin on the wing. Feels good, doesn't it?
Not right now. The drone is scanning my face. I need to act now. There's a high-pitched beep and the drone backs off, violently. My legs quiver and my heart quickens. Fight or flight. That, or an incoming panic attack. And then, Omar.
How did you... The drone?
A contact.
Omar looks at me. Obviously sorry about my state, but impressed by the anger on my face.
You didn't think I'd come back?
We had our doubts.
I had my doubts.
Good. Like I said, trust is earned. Look.
He shows me his phone. A string of messages to an unknown number.
One of my old suppliers. MK swallowed up his book repo and he got drafted as a technician. Now, well, we help each other out.
Loyalty is important to him, huh? Still. I grab his arm, pulling him towards me.
Tell me then. What's the plan?
Yes, take the initiative. Remind him who really holds the power here.
You're not going to like it.
Tell me.
We just walk in, pretend to be workers, part of the excavation team.
That's
You're
it.
not serious.
Have I ever joked with you before?
I mean, it's not much better than the plan of the girls, to be honest.
Let's go.
I release my grip on his arm. A surprisingly toned arm for a bookseller. Okay, going on the ground. Ah, I gained my second truth crystal. I love that. As long as I don't lose that or my bond crystal, I can get my family reunion. Oh no, damn. I need another bond crystal for that. Alright. Okay. I'm dumb. But hey, maybe we can still get that. Umar crosses the street, heading directly for the lonely door and the intercom beside it. When we reach them, he waves at an unseen camera as though he's always worked here.
Oof. Hot one today.
The metal grill crackles behind it and back a generic response. Boredom personified. It says nothing as Omar pulls the door open. We enter. A corridor. Judging by the sand and the tools, someone's been digging.
They're tunneling away, looking for artifacts and ruins. My guy said security's been told not to interrupt the dig team. In any way.
Okay, that's actually good for us.
The temple. It's down here?
Definitely. I had my doubts, but your call with your friend confirmed it.
They're not my friend.
Huh. Well, good to know.
If awkwardness was liquid, Omar would be drowning in it.
I mean, good to know you're not in bed with the enemy.
Omar would be floating, belly up.
Forget it. Look, you should go.
You're not coming.
We need to split up. Cover more ground, then.
And
It's something my contact said. I want to make sure he's safe. Distance from all this.
Fair. I nod and head for the stairs at the end of the corridor. No turning back now. Okay, I'm feeling better about my choices again. Entrance located, but... life is strange. Sometimes that just hits me. Here I am, infiltrating an MK building to begin my search for an ancient mystic temple. Abruptly, I stop. I'm not under the tower anymore. I'm somewhere else. Reverie. Somewhere in Bond's mangrove forest. But he's nowhere to be seen.
what the?
Behind the trees, through the leaves, I could feel Yana's presence. Yana's very close. They wait for me in the real world. Yana and their keen eyes, their sharp aura, their ways I apparently haven't forgotten. Yana, the walking reminder of how much I missed out on when I left Athena.
Harmony, are you quite well?
Hey, Bob.
I am. My mind was drifting and.
He raises his head. He felt Yana, my thoughts of Yana, like a sonic boom above our heads.
This one. They are important to you?
They. could be. I haven't seen them in so long.
Forgotten feelings.
Is it a warning? An omen? Before I can reply, I'm pulled back to Brittle, to the ruins. My mother can't be far.
Hey.
In person this time. Hey, Yana.
Hey.
There's a gate in front of us, leading to the next room of the ruins. I'm stuck in a room with Yana. Can you talk to them or avoid them? I'm always down for confrontation. Talk to them. Also, I don't want to give up on their love yet. No way around it. I have to talk to Yana here and now.
I don't know why you're here. But I wish we were somewhere else. Under very different circumstances. My life was on a very different path before my mother disappeared, and since then, everything's been a whirlwind. Emotions all over the place.
What am I saying? Should I be saying this?
There's a lot to talk about, but it's not the right time. For either of us.
Do I end with a smile? Should I just turn around and hope they don't have anything to say? A couple of seconds pass and then Yana sighs. A deep sigh. Their face full of complex emotions. Okay, so I can only choose... Uh-oh. Uh-oh. I'm not getting the ending I wanted. I'm heading for the chaos ending. Not for the family reunion. Well, fuck me. But I've only restarted the chapter once, simply because I thought I had misunderstood something about the choices, but then it turned out I hadn't misunderstood it. But yeah, I know I could restart, like I could go here right now and restart the chapter and make different choices to get the ending I want. but I said for my first playthrough I'm not gonna do that. I'm gonna like plan out a couple, like a little bit what kind of where I want to go and see if I can get it. And if our choices lead us to someplace else, then I'm going to accept that. And again, there's always second playthroughs to try different endings and go different paths. Have a heart to heart. A sigh fills the room for a moment. I feel like it's all over.
I've been expecting you. I mean, obviously.
Look, there's a lot to say. I know that. But I don't...
Polly, you dropped this.
They extend their arm. A key card.
Thank you.
I grab the key.
Drinks are on you next time.
Oh, drinks are so on me, darling. They gave me their key card. That's... I mean, let's not forget, they worked at MK probably a decent amount of time, are a level 5 employee. I mean, look, honestly, we don't know what level 5 means, but it sounds like... And again, they're basically working the hotline, so maybe level 5 is not that... that big? But like if it's level 5 out of 100, it's not that big of a deal. But it feels like it's big of a deal, and they are sacrificing their flawless work record for us. Thank you. And I smell back.
Run.
I nod, slide the key card into the reader, and rush through the door.
Can you feel it? Links forged through common ground across varied perspectives. There's nothing quite like it. Not in any world.
We barely spoke.
You are honest and frank once again. Such links are formed through faith repeated.
Interesting that gave me a chaos crystal though. So I have to go for the chaos ending. And now I've bonded through talking to me.
Our differences.
It's very funny. I don't want to turn around.
Good. I'm glad.
I'm afraid it will slow me down. Yep. Okay, I shouldn't have snooped around. Or no, wait. No, wait. Actually, that would have given me a truth crystal, but I need another bond one. Okay, maybe if I had avoided Yana might have gained the crystals I needed. Okay, Deus Ex Machina. These ruins seem like an anthill. I wish we had a different background right now, since we're in the building and in the ruins. All tunnels designed to be bustling. That's the best comparison I can think of. An anthill without ants. All of a sudden I stumble upon a guard. He's lying face down on the ground. Someone knocked him out cold.
Ooh, you should see the dreams that one's having. Vivid.
You're doing?
Maybe, maybe not. Inscrutability is the key to my charm, you know.
I keep walking, but now my fists are clenched. All my senses on high alert. And then I see the center of the ruins in front of me. There we go. Ruins entrance. Okay. It takes me a second to understand what I'm looking at. A strange cave, lit from an unknown source. A discarded MK security vest, tag and all. And my mother, in the arms of...
Leslo?
What? It takes me a second to understand what I'm looking at.
She isn't waking up, Polly.
How are you here, sir? Okay. You knocked on the guard. Okay, got it.
What did you... How did you...
I'm sorry, but I thought I could solve this without any of you getting hurt.
That breaks the spell on me, and I rush to them. I check Ursula. Faint heartbeat, quiet breathing. She's asleep.
Did you find her like this?
I did. I infiltrated the building on my own. Had to force my way in, but...
I put my hand to Ursula's face. Her skin is cold.
Wait. Look.
Her eyelids battle for a second against sleep. They flutter open, and my mother looks around with empty eyes. She stands up shakily.
Hey. Hey there.
I don't think she's really here.
I'm fine. I just need a second.
I doubt that you're fine. I take a step back. Somewhere above our heads, an alarm blares. Seems like someone woke the ants.
Oh, look at them. How touching. Young love. Isn't it sweet?
Not if MK catches us.
Oh, I don't know. Your man here's a fighter. Lovely obliques. Wouldn't that be a sight to see?
I know you're behind this, and sooner or later, I'll find out why.
We don't have time for this. I snap my fingers sharply.
Laszlo, we need to go. Can you...
Carry her? Yes, of course.
Laszlo scoops Ursula up, and she huddles in his arms. We slip away from the ruins through the dimly lit passage. Behind us, footsteps resonate in the complex, like metallic drums sounding a prelude to war. Well, that's the end of the chapter. And we reveal the hard truth. Honestly, I'm a fan of that. I like the truth, even if it's hard and ugly. Can you really see it again? Good. We did it. We leave through the same rooms and the same corridors. This time, though, they feel void of danger. It's not until we're near the Naiads that I dare to look at my mother.
Have a lot of explaining to do.
Being lectured by my own daughter. Truly, how delightful.
Don't start with the sarcasm. After everything we just did, you have no right.
Okay, sorry, but Ursula's eyes freak me out. It looks like she's blind.
A fair point. Although I must say, I didn't ask for your assistance.
What were you doing? Where were you? Why didn't you leave a note or a letter or something?
I don't have the answers you're looking for.
Wouldn't be the first time.
How can that possibly be true?
I need time. It has been a frightfully stressful day, and I need to sleep some things off. Please, darling. I'm tired. Let's go inside.
She's not lying about that, at least. She looks terrible, her eyes drifting lazily out of focus now and again. Without another word, we set off towards home. There, the atmosphere is morose, to say the least. I take the first opportunity to hightail it out of our little reunion. By the time I'm alone again, I feel the tug of reverie. There's no point resisting, as much as I'd like to. Within moments, the familiar feeling takes me, and I open my eyes to see truth before me.
So, you found your mother at last. Impressive. I'm sure you are simply thrilled to have her back.
Of course I am. I mean, she was never the easiest person to get on with, but I'm glad for Laszlo and Nora. The stress was killing them.
And me.
The time has come to track down our missing sibling. We will need them to pry glory from her little stronghold.
Chaos.
And I'm sure the others have lingering questions as well on the subject of my shattering.
We move further into Reverie, joining the other aspirations. There's a tremor of anticipation in the air.
With the egregor you found, you're ready to enter Chaos's maze. Be brave. You will face many truths amongst those pathways. Some exceedingly unpleasant.
I'm speaking before I've even fully noticed my own intention.
I'm ready.
I am. I am ready. Okay, we gain some new crystals. I like that. Oh, I knew it! I knew it! I knew it! Hey, Dad! I knew it and I love it. I love it so fucking much. Ursula's back home, but she's different. Major change is coming to Athena and Reverie, and I have no choice but to be part of it. Daddy! All the daddies! We're meeting all the daddies today. I don't know. Like, on a scale of 1 to 10, what do you say, Rosie Posey? How obvious was that? Like, should I be all proud of myself? Being like, I called that shit. Or like, yeah, that was so fucking obvious. I don't know. I feel proud. I feel proud of calling that shit. So I'm not sure how obvious it is to other people. An opportunity to talk to Chaos is something I can't afford to waste. They must be the most elusive and capricious of all the aspirations.
Brava, dearie, brava! Fancy seeing you here.
You? And my mother?
Mm-hmm. Made spaghetti. You missed some of the stuff last time I streamed. But you should be proud of yourself. I am proud of myself. Maybe it's unjustified, but I am.
What can I say? I'm a card.
How? Why?
Why? Because we fell in love. As a matter of fact, she seduced me. I wanted to remain aloof, unattainable. But your mother, she has her ways.
Top tier voice acting here, by the way.
What, did you think I bewitched her? Cast an evil love spell?
No, I think just mom has a thing for bad boys. And you are the epitome of all bad boys.
Oh no, dearie. Sorry to disappoint.
So why then? Why did you imprison Truth?
What if he didn't?
To end the Age of Glory.
Oh no, right, he did. That was already confirmed. He did. Okay. You got something working for him for sure. You got something. The painted face is eerie in its sudden stillness.
The others wouldn't exactly have approved of my methods, and without Truth, they were blind to my little scheme.
Chaos stares at me unblinkingly, their face blank. There's something in that gaze that reminds me of my mother. A glint of calculating scrutiny reflected in a funhouse mirror. If they expect me to turn away, they'll be disappointed.
Ursula chose me as the new reigning aspiration, but we were robbed of the chance to follow through. I'm afraid the glorious age of chaos is on the back burner at the moment. The priority now is simply to end Glory's reign.
Okay, I'm still for harmony here. Okay, so I'm still want to work towards getting a somewhat equal measure of all light crystals. I'm a little worried though because I haven't had the chance to gain bliss crystals since the first act, like the first 3 chapters in the first act. So I hope that comes back and I haven't completely thrown that.
A mortal construct has its hooks in Glory, and deeply. One with which you are fast becoming familiar.
A mortal construct has its hooks in glory. Capitalism? Greed?
Rhymes with phono sunburn.
Ah. Alright. Thanks, Dad. I take a few moments just to process this, to visualize the many implications and the interweaving paths I've seen across the augural. Chaos seems to be getting impatient with me.
I'm sorry, was that too easy? Would you rather answer my riddles 3?
No, I already got it. It's not a concern.
Absolutely not.
What do you call an aspiration without a Gregor?
No riddles, please.
The answer is desperate, Harmony. Desperate.
Their eyes glitter within paint-streaked sockets.
Oh, would you look at the time? I really must be going. Toodles.
Okay. Come for me if you will, but I kind of love Chaos. I don't know. He's charming. Hey, he can get it. Like, sometimes he's annoying as fuck and has a big mouth, but I'm like, I don't know. There's something about him I like him. Like, I wouldn't call in, like, and let him and give him the reins, you know? It's like, I mean, the dude is still Chaos, you know? But I wouldn't go back that far, but, like, generally? Like, to hang out with? Sure, any day. Okay, so the thing is, do we get started on chapter 3 and act 3 today with the first chapter? By the way, just... Oh yes, Bliss. Okay, so that's... Okay, I'm gonna try... Okay, so that is something I should work towards. That's Bliss and Power and potentially Truth. Because I know that there are 4 acts. I did look up through the achievements, so I know that because I had the theory in earlier streams that might be 3 acts, because that's very classical for stories to be told in a 3-act kind of structure. But yeah, we do have a 4th act. Maybe the 4th act is just 1 chapter though, and it makes it basically like an epilogue, but I mean, we'll see. Anyways, we are 2 hours in. I'm not as exhausted as I was the last streams. I would be able to do another chapter. Anyone down? And try and prioritize bliss and power, even though I don't like it power, but like maybe we can go for bliss. Rosie's down, I'm down, perfect, let's go. Home, sour home. Let's go. As eccentric as they are, I'm glad I talked to Chaos. It helps me understand my mother a little better, but it's still a lot to take in. Okay, back at the Naiads. I returned from Reverie to find the Naiads divided. We all retired to our separate rooms for the night. No one spoke, not even to say goodnight. I don't remember falling asleep. I do remember the flashes of Reverie that flickered through my mind as I tossed and turned. Impossible landscapes, incredible vistas, vivid surges of light, glowing and refracting. A throne of sun-bleached bone, a shattered silhouette made whole. A heartbeat. In the morning, I found Laszlo and Nora in the kitchen. No sign of Ursula. Oh, right. I didn't read up the codex entry on Ursula. Should do that. Okay, so before we do that, check the codex. Ursula. Okay. Born March 27th, 1972. Ex-Monoconcern employee. Excuse me? Working for the enemy? Mom, I'm scandalized. Retired poet. Mother! I love that. I love that Rosie. Mother with the little shirt is fantastic. Never married. Mother of Polyhymnia Bouclair. What? That's our real name. Polyhymnia. Polyhymnia. Conscious pearls. You named me Polyhymnia? What the fuck is wrong with you? I'm reminded of Harry Potter. Like, if you don't know, I'm sorry for that little spoiler, but in Harry Potter there's a character named Nymphadora. And she hates that name. And she hates her mother for giving her that name. And she never wants to be called by it. And it's like on the same level as Polyhymnia. Like Nymphadora and Polyhymnia are kind of on the same level. I'm like, what the fuck is that name? What were you thinking? Current partner Laszlo Kazar. Okay, so that's confirmed that they're dating now, or what? Yeah, Nymphadora and Polyhymnia are like absolutely the same level crazy shit names. That's like parents who want to be extra. And then their children are like eternally punished with absurd names. Or at least until they're able to legally change them. By the way, did we legally change our name? Okay, also it says here her father is Marco Ricci, so that's definitely a lie. But I guess mom couldn't put chaos on the birth certificate on the father line. Okay, so is that confirmed that Laszlo and she are dating now? Okay. I mean, I don't mind it, it's just... So far the game put them up as close friends and long-term friends, but, you know, friends with benefits, I guess. Which, you know, awesome. Earned a PhD in dead languages in France. Fancy. Moved to Athena to work with researchers on Oxian poetry and published a book on the topic. Joined Mono Concern briefly when she met Marco Ricci. Okay, so that's our supposed dad. Left for undisclosed reasons. Has been living at the Naiads for decades, where she organizes artist residencies. Okay. Polyhymnia. Fuck me. Okay, we can only do the weird mood. We can't do Nora's Fury. Okay, and that would be... The condition for that is relying heavily on others to find Ursula. Okay. That's basically, I guess, the other path. We take the girls... the girl's path, relying mostly on your own skills to look for Ursula. So that would have been if we had abandoned... Like, if you basically hadn't waited for Omar and just went for it and ran for it. Okay, that unlocks that. I mean, that then I could see it at least. Doesn't mean I can... I don't remember if that means I can play it. Basically means that I can see it. I mean, they still have to be playable though. Alright. Then... Weird mood, huh? No one speaks. Nora and Laszlo have barely touched the food they set out for breakfast. It's been out so long, it's cold and unappetizing now. Ursula hasn't come out of her room. Several minutes pass in silence, except for the listless clink of silverware on ceramic and the occasional vibration of Nora's phone. After a long sip of water, she cleared her throat.
I feel so stupid.
So do I. But what else could we have done?
To be honest, Polly, it just reminds me of your mum going away when you were a kid. And even before that.
When you were young, your mum always disappeared for a reason, and she'd always be back. With help, or money, or something useful.
I didn't bother to look for her back in the day. Knew she'd be back when she was ready. But this time... felt different. Made me nervous.
That was more than I expected Laszlo to say in front of Nora. Despite the distress, she listens without interrupting. The silence makes Laszlo self-conscious.
Let's just try to eat.
Sure, let's try. We were right to worry, but now it's clear Ursula was on some kind of secret mission, one we interrupted. Things are stranger and more complex than we realized. None of us have dared knock on her door to ask exactly what happened. Even now, no one has tried. We don't even know if she's here, if she snuck back to MKHQ. Like, that would be something. If you look into her room and she's just gone. Okay, spend time with Nora, stay with Laszlo. Okay, that unlocks Confront Ursula. That sounds good. Spend time with Nora, she might have something important to say. Unlock Mention Nora, okay. Okay, Nora is the character I associate with bliss. So honestly, since I'm trying to go for or hoping to go for a bliss route this act. Let me try and spend time with Nora. I find Nora at the bottom of the empty pool right after breakfast. She's scrolling through her phone and doesn't seem to want to be disturbed. Ursula still hasn't come out of her room.
We can't avoid her forever.
You go. I'm not sure how I'd react to her right now.
That's fair.
I sit down next to her and try to stretch my legs. Every fiber of my body feels tense.
I don't want to say anything I'll regret. I have all these questions, but I don't know if I really want the answers.
Yeah. Tell me about it.
We're living in constant, uncomfortable uncertainty. It's taking its toll on everyone. You know what is a good way to resolve constant, uncomfortable uncertainty? Truth. Open and honest truth.
I'm going to try and talk to her.
Good luck.
Alright, time to talk. I head to Ursula's door and knock a few times. No answer. I call her name.
What is it, Polyhymnia?
No! Oh my god. Oh, that hurts. Oh, that's like a crit 20. Oh. That name. Being called by our full name and that name by our mother. Ah! Oh. That's a punch in the gut. She knows how much I hate that name, but she always uses it. I knock again without replying, and at last she opens the door. She looks wary. Her eyes catch on the necklace around my neck. She makes a point of showing she's noticed it. She knows I know much more than I've let on. I thought she might shy away from it. Instead, she suggests we have a chat.
I'm sure you have so many questions. So many old wounds you'd like to reopen.
I mean, not necessarily reopen old wounds, but yeah, let's stop the bullshitting, huh?
I will tell the truth. My truth. Although, there are certain things I'd like to keep to myself.
Yeah, I don't need any details on you and Chaos making spaghetti. It's clear. Let's make that clear. Like, hot take, I am convinced that correct me if I'm wrong, but to me, my parents are asexual creatures. Even though deep down I know that's not truth. In the front of my mind, they're completely asexual and have been ever since I was conceived. And I truly believe that that is how every kid views their parents, even though if they have children, like if you are the middle child or you have younger siblings, your parents are still completely asexual creatures to you. Logically, you know that doesn't make any sense, but for your mental health, they have to be.
For example, Chaos?
We're not opening that kind of worms! We're not opening that can of worms, girl!
Ah, so they told you. Not exactly surprising, but inconvenient. My love for Chaos is indeed a forbidden topic. It's too fresh, too strong to put into words. You may be Reverie's new oracle, but you're still my daughter.
Yes. It feels so strange hearing that title in my mother's voice.
I suppose they told you about Gloria's little dalliance with Monoconcern, too.
How did you...
No? Oh, that started before I was cast out. Back then it was a minor issue, but now it is everything.
But no, I can't get distracted. I dropped my entire life on the mainland. My studies, my work, my friends. all to come looking for her. And now that I've found her, my presence has barely registered. She hardly seems to care at all. This is why I left in the first place. Okay, the End of Glory is locked. What is Ursula's endgame? Unlocked by a hidden node. Okay. Try to empathize with Ursula. Show her can show her flaws. Admit her plan was good. That would give me a Blizz Crystal. Wait, okay, that is locked by this one. Or is this one where I have to go both ways? Like, I'm not entirely sure. Okay, yeah. It seems like I have to go through both trees. Because currently both on this side are locked, but this one is unlocked by the top of that one. And I can only progress here. Can I unlock that one? Yeah, so either both of these are, like, if you talk to Laszlo down here, both of these are locked and you have to go through here first. And then this one gets unlocked and you can go, this one is the second part. Okay, well, we talk to Nora, so I'm gonna do this side first. I tell Ursula about Nora's reaction. For a while, she doesn't speak.
Nora and I have a lot in common. Much more than I thought. She'll understand.
I guess that's what you thought about Polly, huh? Oh, sorry, polyhymnia. I can't help but be a bit jealous. Also, that just occurs to me that the name polyhymnia is not just weird and awkward, but in Latin, poly is many. Like, I'm not a Latin expert, but poly should be like many or multiple. And hymnia, I don't have 100% foolproof translation, but it sounds like an old version of like hymn, like the word hymn descended from hymnia, so like hymn, song. I'll have to look it up, but to name your daughter many songs?
She'll surprise you too.
It's an interesting choice, especially for a poet, since, you know, poetry in a sense can be seen as song, or like poets can be seen as song. And in a way, you know, interesting, just occurred to me, interesting choice for a name. I don't understand what this is supposed to mean, but Ursula won't say anything anymore.
I'm sorry to have scared all of you. Call it abandonment if you must, but I did not intend to come back. Do you really think I went to MKHQ on a whim?
I don't know, you fell in love with chaos. I'm pretty sure you would do some crazy shit. Okay, what's up with MK? Her expression is firm and resolute.
I left to stop them. I wanted to use their technology to return to Reverie for good. And to break the connection they fostered with Glory.
Did you find any leads?
She scowls. Not necessarily at me, just at the world in general. The usual.
I did not have enough time. I need not remind you of the interruption.
Yeah, it's our fault. Sorry that we bothered. Sorry that we were worried. You thought you might be dead or dying. I'm so sorry we cared.
But I'm quite certain of MK's involvement. Their courtship of Reverie must end.
At least we agree on something.
The partnership with Glory has already given too much power to Monoconcern.
Okay, so this node is inevitable. Okay, but what about Jade? I need bliss crystals. I need them so bad. No. Okay, maybe we can play it after.
They managed to reach out to Glory, thanks to a substance and some people. Part of Atena's population has always been able to see the future. It was a gift from the aspirations to our island. This ability is enhanced by a substance called egregor.
She nods at the flash of recognition that crosses my face.
MK found out. They modified egregor to make it even more potent. And they started conducting tests on people to see if they would respond to it. These subjects, the prescients, became vessels. They could speak Glory's words to MK. This has been going on for a few years. And as a result, MK's power has grown. How do you stop a company that receives help from a god?
By recruiting a couple of other gods, I guess.
You can't.
Oh, come on, don't be so negative. I can understand her cynicism after what she experienced. But I don't think the aspirations are God. That as well. Don't think they are gods. Okay. I want my bliss crystal. Ursula knew about the prescience and the egregor.
I knew that MK had begun to communicate with Glory, but it would be some time before I understood how. Atena's prescients are usually unable to communicate directly with aspirations. They can only do so because of MK's modified egregor. And, for quite a while, I had no idea such a substance existed.
It's news to me too.
This new egregor, what does modified mean here?
In all honesty, I still don't know. It's more potent, that's for sure. Concentrated. It appears to have had an effect on Glory. She was never one for solitude, but now she's locked herself away in that pyramid of hers.
I mean, Glory looks fancy as fuck. Can we just establish that?
Or something's trapped her there.
When I met Jade, she mentioned medical tests, MK and egregor, and I could guess what they'd been up to. But that's the extent of my knowledge. I have been trying to return to Reverie for the past 20 years.
Okay.
I knew that it was in danger, that it needed me, and now that I could communicate with it again. I cooperated with MK, hoping to find a way to return to Reverie and to free Glory from their grasp.
Okay, but wouldn't that have been like 20 years? The way she's talking right now, it sounds like her that when you worked for MK, that was recent. But given from the information we got in the codex about her, I would have thought that she worked for MK 30 years ago. Because there she met the guy who MK thinks is our father. And we are, like, Polly is 35 years old. Like, how can I believe that's she met, like, because it said in her character description that she met our dad while working for Monoconcern. That for me implied that that was 35 years ago. Otherwise, that doesn't make sense. Or I'm wildly misunderstanding something here.
I know how it sounds. I can hear myself, and I'm not proud.
She pauses for a moment, hands wringing themselves around one another.
After several weeks, I realized how wrong I was. The prescience, the modified egregor, was doing something to them. So I decided to escape to Reverie. From there, I thought I could...
She intended to stay there with Chaos, leave us all behind. Live a magical life of eternal love with her beloved aspiration. She doesn't finish her sentence. Instead, she simply waves her hand through the air in my general direction.
I was so close to success when you interrupted.
Again, sorry for caring. There's a note in her voice that rings of pain and sorrow and missed opportunities. You know, if you had just talked about that, like passed on information, all this shit would have played out differently. Just a little bit of truth would have been nice. She's wounded. And I won't attack now. I won't attack ever. Like, I certainly would. I'm pissed now. Ursula's getting annoyed. I tell Ursula about my first impression of Jade.
After hearing Nora gush about her so much, I expected her to be different, I guess. She's so tired.
You don't understand. She's taken on an enormous task. It's exhausting to fight such injustice, especially for one so young. Every time we met, she looked more and more fatigued. Her mental health was suffering.
Oh, I believe that.
Some of her friends enrolled in a medical program meant to provide assistance to lower-income residents. MK targeting the vulnerable, in other words. They came back badly hurt, and it raised questions Jade could not ignore. Jade has more than one reason to be depressed.
Nora's very fond of her.
I'm not surprised. It's good that the two of them have been able to connect.
Okay, so we have that. And also, like, I'm trying to get as much in as I possibly can. And tell Ursula about the brochures Nora received. About how she discussed overtures from MK with me, and then with Jade, who warned her off in no uncertain terms. Ursula remained silent for a while.
Do not underestimate the amount of data MK has on the residents of Athena.
Oh, don't worry, I don't.
It would follow that they use this data to select targets and appeal to them accordingly.
I hope they'll leave her alone.
Could Nora be a prescient? I won't say it out loud. I'm afraid she'd be mad if I revealed what might be a risky secret. Ursula doesn't say anything more. The silence between us stretches on. She seems to expect something from me. A decision, maybe? Okay, and now this is inevitable. I could have gone for this and kept my chaos crystal, but I guess I'm gonna lose it now. Ursula's clearly getting tired of all my questions. She won't meet my eyes, and she keeps flexing her hands and fingers, almost as though her joints hurt. Without another word, she stands up and starts pacing around the pool, hands clasped behind her back. Usually she gets very still when she's deep in thought. It's rare for her to have to walk it off. I wonder what she's trying to process. I try to keep my cool and wait for her to come back. Okay. Step towards redemption. Ursula reflects on the people she's hurt. I like how that reads. Ursula sits down next to me and lets out a long sigh.
I will apologize to all of you.
Good.
I'm sorry, Polyhymnia.
Apologize again for that name, and I'm gonna say it's fine.
Yes, I was being selfish, and the plan was absurd, but it almost worked. And if it had, this whole island would be rid of MK by now.
Why do I feel like I'm being blamed again? So sorry for caring.
You would all have been better off. For me, it was a one-way ticket to Reverie. But what is one life when you're acting for the benefit of thousands?
I never thought... Sorry, I think I just needed to say... Do I? No, I don't. I never thought of it like that before. I would have lost my mother for good if our plan had succeeded. We look at each other for a moment. Not in opposition or agreement. We simply observe one another. It's almost surreal.
Now, we have other matters to discuss.
Yep. So we have that. Okay, try to empathize with empathize. That's somehow that's a strange word to read. Being angry isn't important now. I just want to understand. I tell her so. Silence follows. As always, I have no idea if it means she's relieved or disapproving. She always thought I was too soft, too gullible, not assertive enough. I think she always wanted me to do better than her, but I never managed to live up to her standards. She looks at the necklace again.
You're probably the only one who can understand exactly what happened, who I can tell the whole truth.
Yes, please. Alright, let's see. Our journey into Reverie. Then we have a couple choices. Strangely enough, Reverie is one of the few things we have in common.
Does your disappearance have anything to do with Reverie?
Ursula smiles at the mention of it.
Of course. I had a great deal of unfinished business there. And I loved being the Oracle. I loved it as much as I loved being a poet. I'm glad someone can understand now.
I've never seen her so nostalgic. Okay, that one's inevitable now. When I was born, should I really bring that to the table? Yeah, I mean, it's inevitable. We have to play it. I mentioned the poem I found. The one about how I got in the way of her life in Reverie.
You loved being the Oracle, but you didn't love being a mother, did you? Was I ever more than an inconvenience to you?
Ursula's eyes widen.
You weren't supposed to find that. That was just a broad version of the truth. Having children isn't easy. When I got pregnant with you, things were very different.
That's what I said at the start of stream. I understand that Polly, like anyone, if anyone found a poem or a letter of their mom or their parent basically saying sometimes, like, or I regret having children. There's people who say that, like not to their children, but like who generally say that. Having had their children, having made the choices they made has filled and having built a family filled them with regrets. To some people that happens, and you know what? It's fine. It's not a nice thing to hear for a child. Absolutely not. And you know what? If you're still a loving parent, you don't let your children hear or see that. But it's still a valid feeling to have. Being a parent is not easy. Being a single mother is infinitely harder. Or like a single parent. It's infinitely harder than being like having a partner and having children. It means sacrifices. It means that you are locked out of certain options. It means that you face additional difficulties that you wouldn't with children. And it's okay to feel some form of regret or remorse for the choices you make. The important thing is that you don't let it out on your children, that you don't tell them to the face, you were a mistake, I regret having you, I wish you were never born, because that destroys people. But in general, having that feeling of regret and expressing it in a poem that you keep in a private journal, absolutely fine. Unfortunate that we read it, or that Polly read it.
At the time, I didn't think I'd be on my own.
You thought Marco would stay and take care of me?
Marco?
She sounds surprised. She wasn't expecting me to mention my father. Why is that? I press on, but she stays silent. Her cold voice cuts through my barrage of questions.
I did not like being a mother, Polyhymnia. We've both known that deep down the whole time, haven't we? It has nothing to do with you. If anything, I was the one who wasn't up to the task. I did not like being a mother, but I would have liked to have been a mother to you.
I love that sentence. And yeah, that's also a valid point. Not everyone is parent material. Like, I believe I am not mother material. Like, I would be so fucking overwhelmed having a child and would completely drown in that role and collapse and crash. And everything would go to shit. That's a major thing why I say I don't see myself having children. Even though like a part of me wants them, I'm like, that doesn't seem like a good choice. And I feel like I'm doing every child on this planet a service by not being their mother. But having them say, hey, I was not able to be a proper mother to you, and that's on me because I am insufficient for that role, but I would have loved to be a proper mother to you. That's a wonderful thing to say.
I'm aware that I failed.
Okay, so what do you do now? I could... Okay, I have two choices I can make. Why did it all end? Her relationship with chaos? What's wrong with glory? How does she feel now? Okay, I must play 2 of these 3 notes. I think I play this. Yeah, I think I want to play the center one and the power one. Her gaze lingers on the necklace.
I found the pendant while I was researching the Oxyons. I think someone, the previous Oracle, intended for me to find it. Reverie had only been without an Oracle for a short time.
When was this?
Oh, years ago, before you were born. Glory was the heart then. I knew I had to replace her, but I harbored no misgivings about her at the time.
So what happened?
My opinion changed because of how she dealt with Monoconcern. And Reverie itself changed my perception of the world. I wanted Chaos to be the new heart. No Oracle had ever chosen them, not one. They were all too cautious.
Unlike you?
Indeed. Chaos has the power to change the very fabric of our world. Radically.
My mother starts to laugh. It's not the sound I'm used to hearing, to be honest.
No need to beat around the bush. They must have told you. I was cast out. Chaos and I broke their rules and made quite a mess in our effort to go undetected.
They caught you?
We were reckless.
As long as you weren't caught in the act, that would have been awkward.
At the time, most of the aspirations also liked Glory. They didn't approve of me growing apart from her, and from the heart. They had no suspicions about MK at all.
Okay, what's wrong with Glory? I haven't had the opportunity to get to know Glory yet, but Ursula has. She knows more about this situation than I do.
We were friends. Then MK showed up, and I tried to warn her that their motives were suspect. She didn't listen. When I reached out to her for support, she ignored me. If she had done something, I would probably still be the Oracle today. But she never liked me disagreeing with her.
Sounds familiar.
She let them condemn me and Chaos.
She chuckles.
I confess, I thought you'd be less professional here, Polyhymnia. I'm glad you're taking your role as Oracle so seriously.
Ursula tells me that when she was the Oracle, she eventually spent more time in Reverie than in Brittle. She believed that helping the aspirations cooperate, encouraging them to act on humanity, was the best way forward.
For a while, I intended to return to Reverie to make amends, to ask them to forgive me. When I was cast out, I felt like I had lost everything, and that never quite faded away. But right now, Reverie needs to be saved. MK has tightened its hold on Reverie. I'm worried about Glory. And yes, I did want to be reunited with Chaos. That, I acknowledge, may sound silly to you, but it isn't to me. I'm not asking you to understand or even to respect it.
Okay, quickly. Let me just check the codex for updates. Okay, Marco. Born October 23rd, 1977. According to the information of MK, our father, but I'm still convinced that actually, like, maybe Chaos was just Ursula's lover, but I'm somewhat convinced he is our actual father. Previously an engineer and mother concern, current location unknown. Ex-partner of Ursula Beauclair and father of Polyhymnia Beauclair. Born in Athena to Lombardian parents. Studied chemical engineering, hired by mother concern after graduation. Promoted to several high-profile projects. Why don't you have a picture of him then? Formerly in a relationship with Ursula Beauclair, with whom he had a daughter, left for undisclosed reasons. Moved to the West Dominion in 2003, no recent activity. Okay, society, what do we have here? Oxian ruins. Dotted across most of Athena's underground, Oxian ruins are under Mona Constance's care. Regarded as our island's most prized historical legacy, they draw people from all over the world. The Oxians are unique to our island, a mysterious and astute people who left us with a plethora of temples and riddles. These temples remained abandoned for most of our recent history, until Mona Concern decided to fund the Oxian renovation plan. On behalf of Glory, I have no doubt, to protect and restore over 50 sites across the island. Alright, mythology. I'm guessing oracles, okay. A cast of Oxian women with a strong connection to their dreams. They were tasked with conversing with us and predicting, like us is their aspirations of course, and predicting the future for the people. With a few born each generation, oracles were messengers between Brittle and Reverie. After the Oxians disappeared, this knowledge was lost, and our conversation with humans became sparse and hazy. Oracles still exist today, but without proper rituals and structures, the link between our worlds has never been fully reforged. Okay. Alright, the end of Glory, what's the plan? Ursula takes a long breath. She tells me she's going to explain what happened in more detail.
You have questions, of course. And I expect you've received some information you hardly know how to handle. I will explain in greater detail, but I ask that you don't interrupt me for the time being.
Why not? This is familiar territory. We went over the "don't interrupt me" directive often enough while I was growing up.
Shortly before I was made to leave Reverie, MK managed to locate an access point to Reverie. At the time, I had no clue how they had done it. Glory didn't see an issue. Quite the contrary, in fact. She had brought so much progress to humanity, she thought the two worlds merging was the natural next step. So, she began to help them. Glory acted as the most potent influencing tool you can imagine. She made people want more, always more. She predicted the future and swayed their dreams.
My discussion with Chaos is starting to make more sense.
I already hated MK. They were turning Athena into some kind of grotesque amusement park. It was all about expensive products, new technologies, influence, and appearances. They raised the cost of everything, while their employees struggled to survive on minimum wage.
Capitalism.
And now, they own half of Athena. They have direct control of entertainment and advertisements, so we are under their thumb. People give them money, labor, opportunity. All MK offers in return is an illusion. Monoconcern sells them a dream at an impossible price. That they can one day reach the life they aspire to, a life filled with leisure and success. A life where they will be wanted. A life with meaning and purpose. But in reality, this success is only to be enjoyed by a few. The rest of us are condemned to inadequacy.
Sounds a hell lot like the American dream.
Condemned to work and push forward, only to realize we'll never be enough. Never reach the dream dangling like a carrot on a stick, because it does not exist.
Talk about inadequacy. This speech is the most my mother has deigned to speak to me in years.
And now MK cannot be stopped. I know they corrupted Glory. And while Glory is in power, people cannot outgrow that dream. Aspirations send dreams to people. They inspire goals. People won't stop yearning for more while glory reigns. And now, she is little more than MK's puppet.
Okay, the beast with 2 heads. I tell Ursula about the situation in Reverie.
The other aspirations are worried about Glory. They can't reach her at all.
They're right to worry. I don't know what MK's modified egregor is doing to her, but she's likely not in good shape. No matter what you'll do next, Polyhymnia, I must warn you, I aim to continue with my plan. I want Glory deposed, and I want MK out of Reverie.
You know, I can sign up to these goals. For the first time since the beginning of this conversation, I can hear the aspirations whispering at the back of my mind. Alright. 3 choices. Ah, okay, too bad. I would have needed 1 bond crystal to go either of these paths and gain another bliss crystal. Not sure what I don't really remember where that would have been. Alright, so that means I have... Yeah, and I don't have the chaos crystals for that. And that means I have to go this route, okay. Power stronghold. Power radiates a sense of stony hauteur.
Your mother thought she was stronger than all of us. She could have looked for a new oracle to help us. Instead, she refused to accept her fate. And she sought her own solution to our problem. Very presumptuous of her.
Ursula asks me what I'm hearing. When I repeat it to her, she laughs.
Easy to say for someone who banished me from Reverie on the basis of some obscure celestial inhibition. There was nothing actually preventing me from being with Chaos. The aspirations just didn't think a human was good enough.
Okay. We're back in the egg. Bliss tucks a gamepad into one of the luminous pockets and cocks her head to one side, thinking.
I understand. I'd have been gutted to be cut out of Reverie. I mean, it's much more fun here, and Ursula loved us. But she didn't think about us. We starved without an oracle to bring us egregor.
And no egregor means we're half the aspirations we used to be, Sprout.
Oh, so there were a lot more.
Sucks though. I feel sorry for her.
Ursula isn't surprised
Do you
to hear
think
this.
I have no self-awareness? I know I was selfish. But I felt like I had lost everything. I didn't think I'd refuse to let go of my ties to Reverie.
But I did. Sorry, I clicked a little too early. Okay, the thing is, can I... I think I can still listen to this, at least, even though it doesn't get me anything. But hey, let's do it. What does truth have to say? Despite their usual icy aloofness, truth seems vulnerable. Their stare is piercing, as though they are trying to compensate for what they can't see.
Be careful with her, Harmony. Your mother is a human playing God. She and Chaos threaten the very balance of Reverie. And now look at us. Uneven. Discordant. I forgive Chaos for imprisoning me. It is their nature. But to see how little our former Oracle has changed, it saddens me.
Ursula isn't surprised by Truth's reaction. She smiles a little. I don't tell her the truth sounds a bit intimidated.
Truth is certainly hoping you don't turn out to be a copy of your mother.
I don't think we need to worry about that. Okay, that's all the stuff I can listen to, unfortunately. So, do I sacrifice my power or my bliss crystal? Where's the heart looking? You know, I think I'm gonna sacrifice my power crystal. So you can... Question of... Yeah, I'll stick with that. I've tried appealing to her. I've tried pleading. I've tried questioning. Now, I'm getting mad.
You could have told us. We could have helped. I always thought you were too proud. And now I know I was right.
Ursula smiles. She seems happy I'm challenging her a bit.
Fair enough, my dear. Fair enough.
I can feel my heartbeat slow a little. My brow cool.
Can you at least rely on us now?
She nods. I can tell she's a bit shaken.
I was not expecting anyone to look for me, to be honest. You all know how I can be.
I do. I just wish I knew her better. Whatever vulnerabilities I've managed to expose seem to disappear as Ursula regains her usual level of strict composure.
At least my time at MK HQ gave me an idea of what to do next. I'm not ready to share it yet. We'll discuss it tomorrow. After what you did, I'm certain MK knows we're onto them. Get ready, Polyhymnia. You probably won't need to keep your secrets much longer. We're going to need all the help we can muster.
Okay, so what can I play here? I guess only that path, right? Have a bliss and a bond. She takes my hand. Oh, she tells me more. Missed all the important things. You should have chosen my way. Of course, Chaos says that. Like, I'm absolutely... Like, this is another goal. Like, to do a playthrough where I go full Chaos and do what she wants and have Chaos reign in the end. Like, I'm absolutely down for doing that, but not this time. She takes my hand. Suddenly, Ursula looks weary. The conversation seems to have exhausted her. She slips her hand into mine, squeezing hard. Is that a tear glistening in the corner of her eye?
I'm sorry.
I feel like she's finally allowing herself to let her guard down.
I suppose the Orgrill told you how to give me the courage to be vulnerable. I could hold it against you. It's rather manipulative. But I've never really opened up to you, have I?
I guess not.
I'm glad you're still trying to understand me, even though I don't deserve it.
Perfectly balanced. Nah, you don't deserve to know what it is. Oh, come on. Chaos is a sour loser. Okay, New Horizons.
You've set foot on a cosmic path, but you've only just begun. And now you know you have an enemy to face to preserve Reverie and Brittle. How you accomplish this is up to you alone. I have my own ideas about how to proceed. I'd like us to work together. But again, that's up to you.
She walks me to the door. I'm not sure what to think. Okay, and it's a chapter. Oh, currently everything is still open. Okay, but this one's definitely... It looks harder to reach because I need a couple more crystals, but I still want to cooperate with the aspirations. And I agree with Bond. I hope we don't regret this. But yeah, what I definitely won't regret is ending it here for today. And we managed to do 3 chapters today, which is a lot. Like, the last couple of streams were much more exhausting and I had to stop after 2 chapters. I'm happy we got 3 today. And yeah, next stream will definitely end Act 3, and then I guess we'll see how much Act 4 is. Maybe Act 4 is just 1 chapter, and then I just might knock it out. If that is another 3 chapters, it will probably happen in a final stream. But yeah, I doubted my choices in the middle there when we went into and infiltrated Monarch Concern, but I'm happy now with the choices I made, and I'm happy that I managed to get like the truth, the whole truth, nothing but the truth. And like, even though like technically I guess Chaos could have just been our mother's lover, but honestly I still think he's legit our dad. I mean, also, I was just thinking now with the picture of Ursula and Polly holding hands. I was thinking about Polly's skin tone. It's a lot darker than her mother's. And it kind of matches Chaos's skin tone. Just saying. Okay, new sanctuary though. Let me quickly read that before I end the things. Power's Stronghold. Unsurprisingly, Power's Stronghold is the grandest sanctuary in Reverie. It presides over many dreams and is said to extend deep into the ground of Reverie. Its dark obsidian slabs come from the darkest nightmare Power has managed to venture into. They serve as a reminder of his strength for everyone to see. The stronghold has seen many wars and conquered many dreams, but it remains firmly rooted in the heart of Power's realm. We're consumed so hard. You're ending. Yeah, at least we're ending the game, and I still wanna chat a little. But yeah, that is the game for today. I hope you enjoyed it, and I hope I see you again soon. Alright. Okay. Let me quickly close the game. There we go. At least least we got Daddy today. At least you got. I mean, the game is still kind of like, yeah, maybe, like, because we were, like, initially I jumped to, yeah, he's, like, Chaos is Polly's dad, for sure. But now the game's been kind of like, like, we still have that Marco dude, who's, like on official paperwork our dad, you know? But I was just saying, if you look at Polly's skin tone in like compared to Ursula's, she has much darker skin, and like it matches Chaos's skin tone actually. So I'm still convinced that he's actually her father. I mean, the game could be like, oh, aspirations and humans can't have children, it just doesn't match, and you know, they were just lovers, like whatever. And we've heard at the beginning of the game that Ursula had a string of lovers. And Chaos is just one of that, but yeah. It's my headcanon, Chaos is definitely not dad. I like Polly's dad. Polyhymnia, I can't get over the name. Anyway, a little story time. Yes, I reorganized. That actually happened, like what, 10 days ago? So many books. Yes, now I can finally see all my books. Okay, when did I start reorganizing? Okay, so basically my last stream was on what, the 15th? No, the 8th, 9th or something like that. And the thing is, on the weekend 12th, 13th, I was out of town. Because my parents always take a vacation on the country, like on the countryside. They always go to the same like kind of small village area. And for years and years and years they do that, and years they told me, oh, it's so nice up there, you should come along at least for a couple days, and blah 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 blah. And there's always I wanted to look up the English word for knödel, because the only thing I can think of is dumplings, but dumplings are kind of a different thing. Let me quickly check if there's a different word. No, just dumpling. Okay, like for me, dumplings are also like always the Asian style dumplings, and not the like Central European style knödel we have here. But you know, I guess it's just one word in English. There's a dumpling fest. Reorganized. Hey, Lamberg. Yes, big reorganization. Yeah, it's still dumplings, unfortunately. But not, again, not Asian style dumplings, but you know, like Central European style dumplings. And there's also a big fest, like the volunteer firefighters organize it, and basically the money that comes in, they use to buy new gear and upgrade the gear and keep like the cars in top shape and stuff like that. And sometimes they would bring dumplings for me home. Like you can if you like, you can pre-order some, and then they put some on the side, freeze them, and they can take them home. And this year we were like, you know what? I'm gonna come with them just to the weekend, and then return back home on Sunday. And you know, I can be up there for the dumpling fest. And I didn't know there was a knödel fest until just now. Well, look, I know my life will never be complete until I attend the knödel fest. Well, now you know. And absolutely you should go. Like there was a mix of savory and sweet dumplings or knödel. And like the savory ones were basically all with some form of meat. Like different kinds and different types of meat. But basically all with meat. And then the sweet ones were there were strawberry ones, apricot ones, then there were Mozart knödel, so Mozart ones, which were filled with a mix of is marzipan? With nougat, and I have to look up what marzipan is. Or is that just marzipan? Okay. And most of the marzipan? Strawberry, apricot, and let me check. I did take a photo of the menu, because there was a fourth sweet one. I just for the life of me can't remember it now. Oh, Topfenknödel. I think Topfen is... There's not really a good translation for that. I think it's like... The official translation is like... Curd cheese. Okay, so basically curd cheese. Curd cheese knödel. And... yeah. Handmade by people locally. And yeah, it's just a big thing. Knödel are delicious. And yeah, so I spent some time out of town. We also did a walk in the woods and had a lot of delicious knödel. But yeah, that was basically the weekend. And ironically, before I went on that trip with them, or like that short trip, on Friday the 11th, I was basically here. My mental health was totally tanked. And I was completely stressed out about being gone for the weekend. I was like, then I'm gonna be like out of town. I can't relax at all, and I'm gonna be with my parents all the time. So it's gonna be so exhausting, and was basically dreading going. Allergy sprays for your killing me. No, I can't kill my favorite ass smacker. I'm gonna stop talking about knödel. But anyway, so the thing about that Friday was, so I was basically completely stressing out about the prospect of being gone all weekend, even though I had taken Monday off of work because I was like, okay, I'm gonna be gone all weekend. I need an extra day for like cleaning and chores and all the stuff I won't be able to do over the weekend, or just to like relax and de-stress from being around my parents and being out of town, because I'm the kind of person that, like, sometimes, like, if I'm in a good place mentally, being out of town is not bad for me. But if I'm in a bad place mentally, it's like super draining and exhausting. And I was like, okay, let's take that that Monday off, just for safety, in case I need to decompress. And it was good, I did. But yeah, on that Friday, so I was like totally stressed out, mentally exhausted, and kind of dreading the weekend, and lying on my bed and was like, basically dead. And for some reason, don't ask me why, it makes absolutely no sense, that an idea I had a couple weeks ago crept into my head, and that was to rearrange and reorganize my living room. And basically move all the furniture around. Like all of it. I'm not fucking kidding. Everything has changed place. I mean, at one point, let's say, because these bookcases were here originally, but I had them moved away because I painted the wall, refreshed the paint, and like did a little bit of touch-ups and cleaned behind them, so at least they moved temporarily. And I have some little IKEA, like the square boxes that are bolted to the wall. I didn't move those. Because like drilling new holes into the wall is where I draw the line in terms of rearranging. But yeah, everything that isn't like nailed down or drilled into a wall has moved either permanently, like, yeah, but basically everything other than these two bookcases has changed place permanently. And yeah, for some reason that idea crept back in my mind on that Friday, and I was like, I could get started on that. And then I had a voice in my head that was like, bitch, you want to do that right now? Like, you only have a couple hours and then you have to go to sleep. You have to get up bright and early as fuck tomorrow morning to go to your parents' house, because you couldn't like mentally stand sleeping at their place, which was our original plan, to have it easy on Saturday. And you want to start rearranging your living room right now. And I was like, yeah, I want to do that. And then I got out of bed and did that. And it was surprisingly fast. Like, basically, I got all the furniture rearranged in 4 hours-ish. And that 4 hours even already included, like, an hour and a half of emptying the bookcases. At least, not completely, but just enough that I could move them. Brand early as fuck, yeah. And that was a positive surprise. Like, of course, it was absolute chaos because there was books lying around, like stacks and stacks and stacks of books. But yeah, everything had moved place. And since I moved everything around, I got to clean the floor properly, like clean behind all the furniture that hadn't moved in 3 to 5 years. And yeah, it felt fantastic to have like a lot of work done in just a couple hours. And then the evening was basically spent just positioning things in just such a way that I could continue working on it on Monday. And to leave everything over the weekend in a safe enough space that, you know, things wouldn't go to shit, which, you know, happened. You know, some book stacks toppled over over the weekend, but, you know, shit happens. But yeah, that, and actually going into the weekend with that sense, like that feeling of fulfillment of having done something meaningful and having changed something meaningful, like something that has bothered me for a couple of weeks, and was like, you know, that living room arrangement with the furniture, it's not ideal. It doesn't feel ideal anymore. Like I had to close up, like basically darken the windows on the other side of the, like basically the desk switched sides completely, and I had to cover the windows with some foil to keep the light up because it fucked up the lighting situation for stream so much. And now having the natural light come in again is so good. Because you can see my office, which for months has just been piles and piles and piles of books. I would love to help you clear that up, Lambert. I have the energy for it right now. But yeah, so then I was out of town for the weekend, which, you know, I have to say Saturday was a little exhausting, Sunday was better. And then I had, like, returned to the city, like, back home on Sunday, like, 7:30, 8 p.m., something like that. I was back home, but probably around 8. And, you know, it was great. I ordered some new internet cables for next day delivery on Amazon, which actually arrived the next day. Exactly like at the time where I was like, okay, now I want to go to IKEA, because I went to IKEA and got plants. Haven't had live plants in the apartment in, I believe, 2 years. I believe 2 years ago I threw out my last orchid because it was basically dead and was just annoying as hell. And but yeah, I have live plants again. One is behind me. Evidence. Killing it, not plants, live. Yeah, I'm killing live. I have a couple more on the windowsills. I even bought one for my bedroom. And yeah, I just love how the living room is organized now, how the natural light comes in again. Yeah, that I have my desk here now. Like, for now, I absolutely love it. And actually, that's something I've known that about myself for many times. Like as a teen, when I had like when I felt like my life was in crisis, I reorganized my books, and that always helped me. Like completely emptying the shelves, cleaning them, and then going over the books, thinking about them, and then it's almost like this thing. I've had that as well right now, but I'm like, I don't remember having that book. I really should read that. I never do, but like, I don't know, it always feels good to be reminded of the things we have, and like to kind of remind myself that I have that, and that I was once very excited to like read a certain book or watch a movie or play a certain game. I don't want to say it gives life meaning, but like it gives you something to look forward to. When all life seems dull and meaningless, you're like, hey, that's that book I once was super excited to read it and I never did, but hey, now that I'm picking it up again, it still seems interesting and exciting, and maybe I should go and read it. I don't know. I feel like I'm babbling at this point, but yeah. So that was the start of last week, and so I finished most of the work on Monday. I finished some additional work, like paint work. I also had some touch-up paint to do on some other walls, and then like I reorganized the decorations, like the paintings and the clock, the wooden clock you see here. Where is it? Yeah, Here, that one. That wooden clock had also changed place. But yeah. So that was the start of last week, and then basically the second half of last week I was physically recovering from all that. Because not gonna lie, it was exhausting. It took quite a physical toll, but it helped mentally so much. And so yeah. Yeah. And yeah, I hope you enjoyed the new background. Again, I'm not sure if I entirely like it. I feel like the books are entirely chaotic. Maybe I'll reorganize them at some point so that they're not as much of an eyesore to look at. Maybe. I'll see what I can do. But then again, my library is kind of all over the place, so I guess it fits me in a sense. To not have a super curated aesthetic library. But yeah, that's the live update. I show up next week with all the books, finds color coordinated, I'll start to worry. Thank you, Lambrecht. I love it, thank you. Like, as long as you guys don't tell me, girl, your background is killing me, I have to vomit every time I look at the screen, then maybe I'll be able to live with it. Like, in real life, it's fine. Just on camera, I'm like, dang, that's an eyesore. Yeah. Thank you guys for being here and for staying so long. I hope you enjoyed the stream, and I'm eternally grateful that you were here, even though I haven't been in 2 weeks. And yeah, I'm happy I got back into the game, and I got 3 chapters. I was able to do 3 chapters today. So happy about that. Yeah. I wish you a wonderful rest of your day, night, evening, morning, afternoon, whatever it is for you. Stay safe. Stay healthy. I don't know. Don't make spaghetti with chaos, or do, like, I don't care. Make your own choice. Dance with the devil, and I hope to see you again soon. Bye.